They say try hard like it's a crime, but we keep trying every time. Do or not, there is a try. Yoda told us all a lie. If trying's wrong, then so are we. Welcome to Try Hard Valley.
Hi, this is Carrie.
And this is Yael.
Welcome to Try Hard Valley. It's the 4th of July and it's America's 250th birthday. How was your Canada Day?
It was actually pretty cool because Canada was in the World Cup for a while. And then unfortunately they got crushed by Morocco today. They just finished 3-0. They're not that good, so it was cool. I know the U.S. is still crushing it.
I watched the Colombia-Ghana game last night. That was exciting. Colombia won.
I was talking to my sister, Shira, and Vancouver's crazy because of all these games. And it's Wimbledon, too. She couldn't find Wimbledon on TV because I had the Canada soccer game. So unfortunately, fans, she's actually kind of happy they lost. So we can get back to our regularly scheduled Wimbledon programming.
Nice. Well, speaking of tennis, I started watching Chris and Martina. The final set. It's really good. It's about their rivalry and about growing up and being tennis legends, but also they both got cancer at the same time. So it's about their friendship and supporting each other. I would definitely recommend that on Netflix.
I'm embarrassed. I haven't started watching it. My sister said it was awesome. It's so cool because tennis is such an individual sport. It's hard to be friends. And it sounds like they were, and then they were told maybe you're getting too close.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Because of your rivalry. And now they're really good friends. Unfortunately, Chris has now got her 3rd bout of ovarian cancer. So she's taking care of that now. But I love them both, and I'm wishing her well from afar.
Yes. So Chris and Martina, the final set, highly recommended.
Absolutely. And by the way, Carrie's not even a tennis fan. The fact that she watched it's pretty cool.
Well, my mom was a tennis player and tennis fan too. She would have loved this documentary.
I love it. So Carrie, what are you trying hard to do right now?
I am trying hard to write a soliloquy from the vantage point of my uterus because I am getting a hysterectomy on July 13th and I'm throwing a uterus retirement party on July 11th. And I decided I should do a monologue, like a soliloquy, sort of based on the vagina monologues, but we're going deeper to the uterus.
Literally and figuratively?
Yes, exactly. So I'm memorializing it. I can't say that word.
Memorializing.
Thank you. In soliloquy form.
And you have a fun name for your uterus.
Yes, Felicia, as in by Felicia. It's a thing from a movie, Straight Outta Compton. This has been a very uterus-centric podcast, and I didn't mean for it to be, but I started having so many issues with it. It's trying to kill me with polyps and fibroids and cysts.
Oh my.
Exactly.
We're at that age, unfortunately, where weird things happen. Sorry to hear it, obviously, but I think you'll be in a better place without it.
Yes, and the thing about the modern day hysterectomy is that it's robotic, laparoscopic. They don't have to open you up the way that they used to, so it's not your mother's hysterectomy. It's a whole new high-tech and less invasive and less traumatic experience, I hope.
And tune in a few weeks to hear how everything went.
Yeah. What are you trying hard to do this week?
Well, I'm trying hard to get back to normal after Kevin had his 2nd hip replacement. Now, that is not arthroscopic at all. I mean, I will not watch the videos because I've had 2 of them. But they basically put you down on this machine and they take I think there's like a hammer and a nail and they just rake it in there. Yeah, so I do not want to see that procedure.
Is there an Allen wrench, like from IKEA?
You know, they put you, it's like almost a meat locker, right? That surgery room. And there's all these tools.
Because it's cold?
Yeah, it's very cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was in there before I got the fun medicine. And I'm like, I don't want to be awake in here.
Yeah,
you know,
freezing.
There's prosciutto on the ceiling. They're hanging there. It's crazy. I can't believe as a Jew I just said prosciutto. But it's been like 2.5 weeks. And the first week was a lot of me doing all the stuff around the house. And then the funniest thing is he can't put on his right sock. And still, he can't put on...
Does he have one of those grabber things?
No,
he
has a grabber, but that's more of a big shoehorn. He actually went to the gym yesterday, and I think he overdid it. But nonetheless, we're 2.5 weeks out.
Today on the podcast, we have Andrew Hamel, the owner and CEO of Prodigy Fitness. You want to talk a little bit more about what we talked about?
Yeah, super cool guy. The gym is in Pleasanton. He's been at his current location for a couple years. And he's very committed to people's health and wellness. He's working with people in our age group, which I love.
Yes, and I've seen the results of his efforts with his clients, especially my friend Faith Alfer. She's very suns out, guns out now.
Yeah.
I see her motivational videos and it makes me want to join Prodigy. I'm also excited that this is the first business owner we've had on. And I think we're going to try to focus on more local businesses and people who started them.
Agreed, because they're all trying hard to be successful in their business and they've started them for a reason.
Yes,
so
we want to support them.
Yeah, we want to support them. We want to dig in and learn more and find out why.
Yes. Well said, girl.
You too.
Okay, I am afflicted with a rebellious and haunted uterus, but you, Yael, right now have jalapeno hands. Tell us about that.
Well, you know what? I should wear gloves. I was trying to put together a watermelon salad for later on today, and the jalapeno, I cut it and I took everything out, and then I remembered, I have to wash my hands. Well, I washed my hands 3 times, and not enough because I touched my eye now, and now it is burning, and my mouth is burning a little. So if you're putting anything together for today, wear gloves.
Okay.
Because it's the only way to not get it on your hands.
I have Greek yogurt for you if you need to
to stick it in my face. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was doing this right because I've seen all these horror stories and now I'm living it. You had one other thing you wanted to talk about.
I just wanted to say it was nice to be able to call you when I found out about the hysterectomy and cry because I was just kind of overwhelmed with that news. But then I immediately pivoted to, I'm going to have a party.
Yeah.
So that was good.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to come up with something for the party, right?
Yes, if you want to do a monologue yourself. And then also I talked to a friend of mine who recently had breast cancer. So compared to that situation, it feels like no big.
Look, everything's big because it's your problem or your challenge, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely something, symbolically too.
Thank you for being there for me when I was in my cry moment because I had a lot of those. Through and beyond perimenopause.
Well, you're just going to have to wait for me to do that because I'm going to be there in a second. Hi, this is Yael.
And this is Carrie.
Welcome to Try Hard Valley. We have a very special guest from Prodigy Fitness today, Andrew Hamel.
How did you get into fitness?
Great question. I was an athlete growing up. Football was my primary sport. Went off to play college football in a small town in Ohio. I had the dream that every football player had of playing in the NFL at one point. And then when I realized that that dream wasn't going to happen, I decided I wanted to be involved in athletics to some degree. So I got my degree in kinesiology. I wanted to work with college athletes. That was my goal. And I knew that I needed to have a master's degree to do so. And so it made sense for me to come home. I'm originally from the Central Valley. My parents had moved to the Bay Area when I was in college, so I came to the Bay Area. I went to Cal State East Bay, got my master's degree.
Go Pioneers.
Yep, go Pioneers. Well, actually, my mom calls it Cal State Hayward. Yeah,
oh, yes.
Yeah.
For the record, Carrie seems to know the mascot of every single team
yes,
in the
and
nation.
honestly, when you said that you went to a small school in Ohio, I wanted to be like, what's the mascot?
We were the Quakers.
Okay.
Which there's only 3, fun fact, there's only 3 universities in the United States with a Quaker as a mascot. At one point, they were called the Fighting Quakers, which is an oxymoron.
Right.
So
It really is.
So they dropped the fighting part of it, and so we were the Quakers. But so I came home, went to Cal State East Bay, and got my master's degree. And then I was working at a privately owned facility in Dublin, and I fell in love with it. Like, we were working with kids as young as 8 to 18 on all things athletics and helping them get bigger, faster, stronger, those types of things. And I really found I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, I was able to work with these kids, but then also I became more of like a big brother to them. Unfortunately, this gym never fully recovered from the '08 recession. And so in 2011, they closed down. And so I went on my own. I never had any intention of ever opening up a gym. I knew I wanted to work with athletes and be around fitness. I kind of became like a vagabond from 2011 to 2015. I rented space at a park. I've got friends with gyms throughout the area, and I would go rent space from them. And I'd train an athlete here, or train a mom and dad here, or whatever it was. And then in 2015, we built up enough of a following, and so we settled here in Pleasanton and put our roots down here and have been here ever since. And then in 2018 we made the shift to work more with the adult population. We found our niche in the 45-50 plus population.
And Carrie and I were thrilled because that's our population. We're still strong, but we're getting older.
Strong adjacent?
Yeah. But
You're strong for sure.
But we've got injuries. And we're trying to get stronger, but we're also trying to
not get more injuries.
Right. So this is kind of perfect for us. Okay, Andrew, what are you trying hard to do this week?
Good question. I would say my biggest struggle is always prioritizing my week and scheduling it out ahead of time versus just doing things and then at the end of the day feeling like I've been busy but haven't really done anything positive, if that makes sense.
So maybe planning a little bit better?
For sure, yeah. I could definitely do a better job of planning, and I've been trying my best to spend time the night before planning out my day. What are the 3 to 5 things that I need to get done to ensure that this day would be classified as successful.
I know what you mean. I always feel like I'm most productive when I plan.
Okay, Andrew Hamel, what are you trying hard to do with your year?
Another great question. I'll give you 2 answers. One personal and one business related. Well, maybe I'll give you 2 personals. For my own health and fitness, I'm actually training for a 50K. I'm a big believer in doing hard things. It's really good mentally and physically to challenge yourself. And so I always try to put something on my calendar that's going to get me out of my comfort zone.
Look at you trying
I know.
hard.
Amazing.
Making sure that I'm just continuing with my training.
I've run 6 marathons. I know what that does to your body and how much time that takes to train, to
Right.
get ready so you feel like you're prepared. You're not winging it on the day of.
I got into running because it gave me an opportunity to get out of the gym and go get some sunshine and get some fresh air. And then I fell in love with it. I don't listen to music when I run. I'm a weirdo. I usually put on a podcast or an audiobook because I'm around music all the time at the gym. So when I'm not here, I'm usually not listening to music.
I get that. I listen to books about running for inspiration, and I'd get mantras out of that.
Yeah, and I would say business-wise, to be honest with you, just hitting our numbers in terms of what we need to continue to grow as a business. My goal is to ultimately turn this into a $1 million business because I feel like I can influence and impact so many people's lives by doing so. And in order to do so, we have certain metrics that we need to hit in terms of how many leads we need to get every month. How many of those leads do we need to get to convert to what we call like a consultation or a success session? And then out of those, how many do we get to sign up for a membership? And so while I do coach quite a bit at the gym, my primary goal or role in the business is more of that sales and marketing kind of seat.
Hey, Andrew, can you tell us more about what sets Prodigy Fitness apart?
Absolutely. Number one, the demographic that we focus on. Our main demographic is 40, 45 plus. We found early on that there was a hole in the market in terms of offerings for people who maybe need a little bit more attention, maybe didn't necessarily fit into that traditional group fitness model. So that's number one. Number two is our mode of training. We do what we call small group personal training. What that means is every member gets their own personal training program. We'll sit down with you, we'll talk about your goals, we'll talk about injury history, we'll talk about training history, likes, dislikes, all those things, and we'll build you a custom program. So it's truly yours, nobody else has it. Our members come in and they get a tablet and we upload their program, and then they get coaching in a small group setting. So it's the best of both worlds in that personal programming in a small group where you get that motivation, accountability of being in a group. And then I would say lastly, the most important thing is that we place a huge emphasis on relationships. And I think that oftentimes in the fitness industry, in the gym space, people are often seen as a number, right? If I go to, let's say, a 24-hour fitness style gym, right? I go in, I scan my card, and I just go. I got my AirPods in, and I'm not really talking, right? Like not really having a conversation with people. I'm just a number to them. For us, a lot of our members, they come in, and whether they realize it or not, they want more of that relationship. They want more of that personalization. So we place a big emphasis on the moment you walk through the door, no matter where I'm at in the gym, I'm stopping what I'm doing and I'm saying hi.
Love it.
Hey Yael, hey Carrie, how you guys doing? Right? Like,
You made it like Cheers.
100% like cheer. I often say we're like the Cheers of the fitness space, right? And when you get 3 or 4 people saying your name when you walk in, it instantly puts a smile on your face and go, hey, these guys really, they expect me to be here. They want me to be here. They celebrate when I'm here. And it makes it such a cool environment. Like when you're here, yes, like we're going to have fun and we're going to get a great workout in. But as coaches, we're also going to learn about you. Like we're going to learn about your kids and your family.
Right.
One of the lessons that one of my mentors taught me is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? I can have all the degrees and I can be the smartest guy in the room, but if you don't think I care about you, you're going to tune me out, right? And so we place a big emphasis on, I care about you.
Right.
I want you to be here, and we're going to ask about you. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling today? And then everyone leaves with a fist bump. You're not allowed to leave without a fist bump. A great job, and we'll see you tomorrow. Those types of things really separates us from, let's say, an Orange Theory, where you may walk in, get the workout in, and walk out, and nobody says hi to you.
It's true. And on that note, too, it's funny that you say that because I'm in sales. I have been for years. Carrie, you are now, too. And we've been talking about how important the relationship is, right?
100%.
Whether it's lifelong or for the amount of time the person you're working with, that's the personal attention, right?
Right.
Can you say that quote again about caring?
People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I'm a big believer in everyone can get stronger. Everyone should focus on that, no matter who you are. If you are a 50-year-old female going through menopause, like...
Yep.
Yeah. Right? Like, we should focus on getting stronger, right? And I think that that's one of the things that has come about in the last 6 months to a year. We go through these trends. Like, during the pandemic, the big trend was everybody go walk, right? Which understandably so, couldn't go to a gym. Get outside, go walk, right? The big trend now and the big thing that a lot of the ladies that we see come in are focusing on is getting stronger, is adding muscle and focusing on that, which I'm a huge fan of. And so the deadlift for me, as an example, is a big compound exercise, meaning it uses a lot of muscles, it crosses a lot of joints, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. A lot of our ladies, or I would say all of our ladies, when they complete a deadlift, they feel really badass when they do it, right? And they walk away with this massive smile on their face and this huge amount of confidence. Hey, I just lifted that, or I just did that, when oftentimes they don't think that they could. I jokingly say we often work with a broken body, right? They're getting that personalized approach because they've got a shoulder injury, or they got a hip injury, or a back injury. So for us, a big thing that we're often weighing when we're thinking about what exercises are we having people do is that whole risk reward of, does it realistically make sense for us to make you do a burpee? If I've got a shoulder thing, I've got a back thing, there's so many other things that I could do that are much more joint friendly and things that aren't going to leave you hating us because we made you do a burpee.
Awesome.
We gave it all, we took the swing, we overthought everything. Win or lose, at least we tried.